Hey y'all, I'm going to show you guys how to cook some really quick and easy spaghettis. You're going to need 1 bell pepper. This is like a medium onion. I didn't cut all of it up, so I have this left over. But of course you're going to cut up as many as you want. You're going to need some sausage. As you can see, I cook with a lot of sausage. If you use the wrong sausage, it can mess up a whole dish. Trust me. These are some good sausages. The Zumo's Party Time. At your local grocery store, but I got them at my local HEB. I don't think Kroger have them, or they might. Just look for these. You don't want to use sausages like egg-rich sausages. I don't like those sausages. Like I said, you want to use a good Zumo sausage, or like a you can even use a, I can't say it right now. I'll put the name of it right here. But you're trying to use like a pork or beef sausage. But anyway, I got some Zumo sausage. For seasoning, I don't have any Italian seasoning. I don't feel like going back out to the store, so I'm just going to make a mixture of my adobo seasoning. I'm going to be using some garlic powder, and I'm going to be using some parsley flakes. I have 2 cans of spaghetti, Del Monte spaghetti sauce, the traditional, and I have the mushroom. Of course, use whichever you want. And here's my sausages cut up. I already ground my ground chuck. Tip: when you're draining your ground beef, ground chuck or whatever, you want to drain it on a plate. Never drain it over the sink, because that grease eventually can clog up your drain. You don't want that. So I already like I said, I already ground my ground beef in my pan here. I just took the ground beef out. This is the pan I browned my ground beef in. You're going to just use the same pan with all of the all of the grease and everything drained out. I'm going to be adding in my onion and bell pepper. I'm going to add in your sausage. This is like 3 of them. So I'm going to saute this really quickly. Okay, I've sauteed my mixture on medium-high heat. You don't want it to get too soggy. You don't want it to be really crispy either. So that's good enough. You don't need any oil in here, because the sausage I already have oil. So you're going to add your ground meat. Of course, you can use ground turkey. My husband likes ground meat. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not eating none of this. So if he wants ground beef, he can have ground beef. I'm going to add my spaghetti sauce. It depends on if you like chunky spaghetti, or if you like the spaghetti sauce chunky or the other way. Kind of what I'm saying. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna do like 1.5 cans for now. I'm gonna stir that up. And I have a lot of meat here. There's like 1.5 pounds, so I will be adding the remaining sauce. I'm going to add your seasoning. As you can see, I did not season the meat when I was grounding the ground beef, because when you drain, it's going to all drain down into that plate. So I'm going to add some garlic powder, my parsley. You can add oregano if you have it, but if you don't have it, just make your own oregano blend. I'm going to use my adobo. This is not really salty, but of course you want to taste it. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't. Now, if you cook with spaghetti sauce, once you put that sauce in, it's going to start bubbling. So you want to go ahead and have your oil on like a medium-high. You don't want to have it on too high, because it's going to start splattering everywhere. So you want to mix that in really good. Make sure I have all of my sauce. As you cook this, of course, it's going to be thinner than this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn my heat down on like right below the ultra low. And I'm going to keep stirring to keep the spaghetti sauce from splattering everywhere. Y'all, I talk fast. I'm trying to hurry up so I can relax and watch R&B Divas. Yeah. So I'm going to stir it up really quick. Put the top on. Now, I'm going to come back in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to taste this, because once your sauce and everything start to cook, that's when you're going to really start to taste your seasoning. And as a quick tip, To keep the countertops from getting all messed up with spaghetti sauce, I always cook with a, this is like a I can't think of shit today. I always cook with one of these, a plate mat. And I always put like a sauce or whatever here, and I put my utensils on that. And when you take this off, of course, it's going to be full of spaghetti sauce. So if you put that down here, you won't make a mess. Your countertops are still clean. Especially if you have little ones that do the kitchen, they don't clean the countertops up really good. So we're going to let this simmer for like 5 or 10 minutes. And we're going to come back and we're going to taste the seasoning. And I have my spaghettis over here cooking. So read the directions on how to cook your spaghetti. Okay, about 10 minutes later, as you can see, the spaghetti sauce has cooked down. Of course, this is chunky. If you want it to be, of course, more sauce, add another can of spaghetti sauce. So what you do to taste your seasoning, everybody don't want your germs. So what you do, just get a little bit and put it on the spoon. Like that. You don't dip this spoon in there. Don't do that. And it tastes good to me, so keep it clean. I'm going to put it on low. Let it cook for like maybe 15 more minutes while I cook the Texas toast. And dinner is served. And oh yeah, really quick, I did take my spaghetti out. I never put my spaghetti back into the same pot. I got a bigger drainer, like the red one, but it's bigger. And I just let it sit here. And they won't be all stuck together. Yeah.